Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And I'm back with another recap of Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 6, Episode 15, Too Close to Home. So let's get into it. Like, I was anticipating this episode, yes. So, as y'all know, it starts off with Fatima, Zach, baby Michael, and Karen inside the supermarket. And she sees them, and you already know off the bat she got like this stank attitude about her. Like, she just like she gotta say something negative. Meanwhile, they just in there trying to get the baby some stuff so they can take him home and make sure he's properly cared for. And there she go, bumping them gums yet again. So eventually Zach was like, listen, I ain't got time for this. And she was like, so this your she and Karen was like, this is your baby. He was like, yes. So you got the DNA? He was like, yes. So I'm just basically trying to see where our child fits into this. And he was like, listen, have I ever mistreated a child? She was like, I ain't never see you with no child. But he said, did I ever mistreat a child? She was like, no. So all right then. So, and also, honestly, I don't understand. Like, if you know that he went through the same thing as a child, why would you dare fix your face to even say that to him? Like, 9 times out of 10, when people go through a certain trauma like that, they dare to wish that on their children or somebody else's child. Like, that's just not in their mentality because they know how they was the same way. Like, how would you dare fix your face to even say that? But anyways, Zach said what he had to say. He eventually was like, Fatima, let's go. We got to go. Eventually, he started to wake up, so he wanted to go put him in the car. So, and she was like, all right, cool, that's fine. Make sure you strap him in. And once she said that, Karen was like, strap him in. You know, Miss Fatima had to get it together real quick. She was like, listen, I know you're going to be a good mother, but I know you're not going to abuse your child and let him sit in his own ways and then have the next man beat on him and everything. And she was just like, yeah, sometimes it's better to keep your mouth shut. So basically, Fatima got her together. Now she feeling sorry. And now that's just what it is. So eventually, Fatima left. She paid for her stuff. And they went on about their merry way. Um, we finally see Preston. Yay! Danny comes sneaking in the house. I don't know what time of night, but I guess it was still like not that late, but whatever. She gets him, and Preston so happens to be up. He was like, "Yeah, I was waiting for you." She was like, "Yeah, I'm about to go to bed, take a shower and stuff like that." And he was talking to her. He was like, "So I like the flower in your hair," and she was like, "Yeah." See, Andy went on this blind date, and me and Sabrina went to support her to make sure it was good and whatever. And then the people were selling the flowers on the street. And yeah. So technically she didn't lie because that was like half the truth. She did not say anything that involved her like stuff, but you know, he was like played the cool or whatever. So he was talking about, she was like, I'm glad you got better. And he was like, yeah, no thanks to you. She was like, listen, I was trying to help you, but you know, it was like going left. So I guess, you know, I had to let you, you know, beat. So eventually Preston is cool, whatever. And then she goes into the bathroom because he wanted to take a shower with her, but she was like, nah, I'm cool. I just want to take one by myself. So she gets in the bathroom and then she starts laughing at her phone. I guess Tony was texting her, so she was all giddy. And next thing he ended up going to the door and just standing there. She was like, Preston, you cannot be standing there all with your white self like that. And then he was just like, I know he was just taking it back because it was just like, something is up with this chick. Like, you know how Danny is when she feels irritated or whatever, any type of way, she be saying some stuff, but she was just like a little taken aback by it. And then he was also watching her mannerisms and stuff like that, and it's just like, So he was like, why are you smiling into your phone and stuff like that? They was like, listen, I gotta pee. So, you know, they handle their business or whatnot. And then I guess eventually their night ended, whatever. So, meanwhile, Fatima and Zach made it home with the baby. And Zach goes upstairs to, I guess, run his bath or whatever. And Fatima goes to sit on the couch and check off his coat and check him and everything. So, excuse me, she takes off his coat and she's asking him, is he okay? He's not saying anything, but he definitely does understand. So she was looking at his back and whatever. Gets to take off his shirt, whatever, so he can go upstairs, take a bath. And she calls Zach. Zach comes downstairs, and then it was just like my heart broke. Like, I know Fatima wanted to cry. I know Zach wanted to cry. Trust me, I wanted to cry just watching that part. I was just like, no child should have to go through such abuse. Like, what? So eventually, Zach takes him into his lap and he starts asking him, like, does anything else hurt? Do it hurt when I touch you here? And he basically pulled up his pants leg and pointed to, like, the top of his knee. And it's just like, that was just so sad to watch. Because, you know, there's children that go through this on a daily basis. On a daily basis, and my heart goes out to them. So eventually, he asked for Fatima to go get him something to eat. And yeah, so after they got settled in whatever, and Zach went to go give Michael a bath, Fatima went to go cook or whatever. There hears a knock at the door, and Fatima was like, "Who is this?" So only person who else could it be, Fatima? But I understand, we know who it is. So she goes open the door. It happens to be Karen. Karen basically apologized for how she's been acting. And she felt very sympathetic towards the situation. So she brought a car seat and some stuff for the baby. And yeah, she basically was like, listen, I'm not mad at you or whatever. I'm just, you know, about this whole situation and my feelings and stuff is all over the place. She was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, I'm not mad at you either. It's just, you know, it is what it is. She asked Karen if she wanted to come in. She was like, nah, not this time, maybe another time. Which I'm surprised that was very big of Karen. Like, she was back to her normal self. Like, okay, I can dig it. Like, see, they could be friends and they could be cordial. Like, it's not that hard, okay? Put on your big girl panties and work it out. But anyway, she was like, nah, that's cool. And good night, whatever. So that was that. Let me see. Oh, Calvin finally gets home, and Maurice, he's feeling a certain type of way and whatever. So he feels as if, you know, they were gonna come and get him. And him and, you know, Calvin just chatting it up, talking about how he struggles with, like, why he keeps putting people in the same predicament and choosing the same man. And Calvin was trying to tell him, like, listen, the stuff you go through as a child, it does manifest back when you become an adult. And, you know, so some things you just got to take day by day and whatever. So they had a good talk. They said they love each other and they were going to go to bed. So now I believe it's the next day. Or the next day, not skip ahead. Oh, after that Karen situation. For team, Zach came downstairs and was at the door. And Fatima was like, it was Karen. She actually said some nice things. She bought some stuff for the baby. And Zach was like, that was actually nice of her. It was actually nice of her because I wasn't expecting her to go above the mile and extra length to do what she did. But kudos to Karen. It shows how mother skills is kicking in. Motherly instincts is kicking in. Okay. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. All right, so moving right along, they finally decide to eat dinner. Like, they don't never eat, but Fatima always cooking. Like, where does that make sense at? But whatever, they go to eat, whatever. So now it's the next day. Andy is up doing some yoga workout or whatever. Karen calls her and lets her know that, you know, she's downstairs in the library. So she goes upstairs with Andy letting her come in, and they have a talk. She basically apologized, and Andy was like, yeah, I shouldn't be apologizing to you because, or accepting your apology because you was wrong and you were my best friend. She was like, yeah, I apologize, I'm sorry, I'm trying. And Karen tells her, like, listen, I had to let Aaron go. It just wasn't a good fit for us. She lets her know that she ripped up the check that Zach gave her. And like her hormones have been out of whack, which makes sense. So you mean to tell me this whole entire time she was with Aaron, she was going crazy, wild, and belligerent. And as soon as she dumped him, she gets back to St. Karen again. Like, what? Let me find out Aaron was the culprit. Let me find out. I mean, it does make pretty good sense. Like, you was with him, you was going crazy, you was irate, you was belligerent, you was wild and crazy. Now that you let him go, you like zen, calm. I mean, I can dig it. I can totally dig it. But don't blame it on the hormones, because that's probably just how you was. But anyway, they apologize, whatever. She also tells Andy that she ripped the check that Zach gave her, so she don't got no money. And Andy basically reassured her, like, by the time this baby gets here, which is in 7 months, which makes sense why she wasn't so big. As people keep saying, she's been big, she's been small forever. Yeah, for like 3 seasons, that's probably what, 2 months. But that feels like a lifetime, so I get it. So yeah, Andy was like, she'll help out with the money. But I could have sworn Andy didn't have no more money. Remember, she had to use all her savings for Sabrina, right? So where does extra money coming from? But anyways, let's keep moving along. So they eventually, hashed it out and whatever. Andy said she had to get ready to work, go to work and take a shower. So they said their goodbyes, and Karen was like, "Oh, you stay, you ready to go shower?" That was cool. So now, the next day, of course, Fatima's coming downstairs in her little green outfit, looking so cute. I'm feeling that green. I think all colors just fits her. Like, it just makes her just stand out more. Like, but she was killing that green dress. She had a moment where she see Michael and Zach sleep on the couch the same way, so she get up and take a picture. Like, oh, that was just a cute moment. So he gets up and was like, yeah, he's sleeping with him. So he throws the other pillow on top of him, and well, not throw, but places on top so he could still be asleep. So they go around the couch or whatever talking. She was like, I gotta get ready for work. And they want to talk about the whole situation with Michael, the lawyer, and why he's not talking. He needs to go see a doctor. And, keep everything up to par. And eventually call Heather to let her know. But then, at the same time, Zach was like, sure, she ain't called me. But at the same time, Fatima knows how people are. So she was like, maybe they already know that we got him. So we should just call to be safe. So eventually, she was telling him about the lawyer situation, that he's not going to be there right now. But, I'll let you know when you could come. Y'all get some rest and have breakfast and whatnot. So she eventually leaves. But before she leaves, she gives him 2 kisses. And she was like, bye, Big Daddy. And then she was like, bye, baby Zach. I was just like, oh, that was just like a cute little family moment. Like, and why she not going to tell Zach that she's pregnant yet? Maybe she don't find out she's pregnant yet until like a couple more episodes down the line. I don't know. But anyways, I'm liking this right here. So eventually she gets to the office. Andy comes in and they start talking, and I guess they figured out the date was good because obviously she got the flowers. And she was like, yeah, it was cool. And then she was like, yeah, that's good, but no, what's about Zach and his baby? She was like, yeah, I was supposed to tell you that stuff. Yeah, because when all that stuff happened, Karen had gotten to the fire, so that basically just swept underneath the rug. So, yeah, so now they was like, yeah, we're going to talk about that. And Andy basically told her about the date. It was good. Then when she said the bus, she was just thinking like bus, like scrub, like a bum. But then Fatima was like, nah, but when I met Zach, he was on a bike. So I'm not a handlebars type chick. But, I get it. But all in all, Andy was like, she was happy with the date. Hopefully there's another one. And she likes the flowers. She read the card or whatever, so that he's thoughtful and caring. So that was a plus. And then Fatima also told Andy that she had to leave because she has a meeting to go to that involves Zach. So she was like, that's cool. She gave her all the work that she had to get done, and told her that all the other stuff that she had to get done is already done. So that's cool. And it was like, sure, that's fine. Eventually, Fatima calls Zach and lets him know that the lawyer's not there, but he should be leaving on his way to get there as well. So she was like, that's cool. Because at the house, Zach was trying to watch Michael eat and he didn't want to eat, but eventually once he turned his back, he saw Michael eat, but also at the same time putting food in his pocket. So that means she really must have starved this boy to the fact that he never knew when he was going to get his next meal. Like, that is just so sad. So sad. So after they got off the phone, he went over and talked to his son. And was like, listen, you don't got to do that. You're loved here. You don't ever have to worry about food. So eventually he started taking the food out of his pocket. For a person that don't know how to talk, he definitely knows and he understands very, very well. Like, that was perfect. Like, I was a great father-son moment right there. And he took all the food out of his pocket, put it on his plate. Then Zach picked him up, gave him a hug, and they got ready to go out the door. Let me see. Oh, Sabrina shows up at Calvin Maurice's house, and basically she lets Maurice know that what he was saying about Bayo was right. And yeah, so he basically feels that if he's gonna go back to jail. But little do he know that ain't gonna happen. But anyway, he don't know that. So Sabrina was like, she's gonna go talk to Andy, and he need to get dressed so they can go together. Calvin convinced him to get dressed as well. So they're gonna go meet Andy at her job and see where things go. Let's see what else. Oh, Danny gets ready for work. Preston is still on her case because he knows that she was acting different and whatnot. So I bet she tried to reassure him. She gives him a kiss on the morning, tell him to give him a kiss in the morning, and tell him that he needs to get out the house and stuff like that. But he was just brushed it off, whatever. So yeah, moving right along, Zach leaves with Michael at his house, and just so happens Heather pulls up with the cops, talking about he took my baby. It should have been like, excuse me, I did not take him. That's my child too. Like, but anyways, the cops is always going to side with the mother because, that's just what they do. So she eventually takes Michael out of Zach's arms, and they was trying to say, get away from the baby and stuff. He's like, listen, I'm going to take you to court. And she was like, I don't care about no court. So she must be she ain't new to this. Like, what in the world? So yeah, and then this is this episode in a nutshell. Next week, hopefully I'm not missing anything. Next week's episode shows the continuation with Heather and Zach, Maurice and Sabrina. We finally see Tamara and Hayden, so he's back in good spirits. And yeah, hopefully another date between Jordan and Andy. And let's just see how things go from there. So hopefully I think I just covered everything in this episode. If not, let me know in the comment section down below. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.